What's up, guys? In a while. What is this? Okay. Let's open. Okay, so first we're doing some deliveries. So we are now post auctions. So I'm not doing every single delivery for tickets because I don't need that many tickets. Okay, so I'm not going to do Tywin and Jester. I think I'm going to skip Timmy as well. I'll do all the other ones. I'm skipping Tywin, Jester, and Timmy. Okay, these are easier patterns today. Yesterday were super hard patterns. Okay, so actually, what does that mean? Does that mean there's like two different patterns here next to each other? Yeah, okay, so that one is this one. Thank you, thank you. Okay, yeah, so these two patterns are like right next to each other. I'm looking for that one still. Okay, so that's there. And this one or something must be down here. There we go. All of them were like right next to each other. What's up, bro? How you doing? Yeah, no, I just like stopped streaming kind of because it was just like the same thing every day and there's not much to do really. It's like a 15-minute stream and I don't know, it was like more work to set up than it was to actually do the stream. Need to buy some more cauliflower here. Cauliflower showed up in price, or is that the normal price? Yeah, it's a bit high, but whatever. I'll just buy one of these. What's Gambit asking for today? Get Beetroot Plays. I'll do that one. Like, I think the gameplay is fine for what it is. It's just, like, not very good for streaming on a day-to-day basis. Like, if there was more to the game than there currently is, then it could feel overwhelming. So, like, it's kind of a good thing that, on one hand, that it is the way it is, but it's just, like, definitely not good for streaming. Maybe like Rare Crows or like Project 2 will be better for streaming. We'll see. But Sunflower Land itself is not very good for streaming. You're going to Volcano within the next like 2 months. Nice, congrats. Here we go. Problem is oil for you? Yeah, that's always the problem when you get to Desert Island. Oil slows everyone down. You would need like a ton of boosts to power through it quickly. So today I'm actually, when I open the chest, I'm actually going to start with the luxury chests. The luxury keys, just because last time I opened the keys, like there was like an error with one of the keys, and I'm pretty sure if you like get a duplicate of an item, then you need to like sync on chain or whatever. So I'm just going to start with the luxury keys just because like if I get lucky and get like the pickaxe shark or whatever, then I want to store on chain because like you can't really store on chain the same item like multiple times. I don't know. The storing on chain thing is like weird. So I'm just going to start with the luxury keys just because the most important items are in that chest. In reality, if I wasn't like streaming and stuff, I probably wouldn't save my keys up like this. I would just like open them up as I get them. The hoarding limits are just like weird with items. Yeah, I saw that. Must be nice. Okay, so I'm skipping Jester, Tywin, and Timmy. What am I low on there? Artichokes. Whatever. Giving Timmy. I probably won't, but whatever. It's fine. I'm also hoping for the Architect Ruler because it will help with the upcoming competition. Parsnip cake worth it? No. But again, the auction, I got the lava swimwear. I was tied for first for tickets, so. Sandwich. And are the boiled eggs worth it now? Because egg prices have gone down so much. They might be worth it. No, still not. Okay. Fresh this. Go back to our island here. What's up? Not Barrow juice. Barrow juice. Let's just okay. So this is updated. Finish the chore to dig a bunch. Grab some coins there. Okay. Okay, let's open some chests. Like I said, I'm starting with the luxury chests, luxury keys, just because I don't want any weird stuff happening. Let's zoom in and then refresh this. I don't want any weird stuff happening with like the storing on chain and whatnot. So let's start with the keys, the luxury keys. I have, I believe, 12 luxury chests. That's like the worst thing you can get. Nice pets. Which are your favorites? The pets we aren't really like. They're just cosmetic right now. You have any idea how much people completed all the tasks like you? I think there was like about 60 or so, give or take. Garbage bin. Well, that's trash. That is literal trash. Under gems. Wheelbarrow, once again. Kind of useless. $8,000 coins. Oh wait, if I go to my chest here, I can see how many keys I have left. Where are the keys? Here, here, here. Okay, now as you can see them on the right. 8 left. And gold pickaxes. Okay, that's not terrible. Five oil drills. Okay. And gold pickaxes. $8,000 coins. And power cakes. Okay, that's not good. 3 left. And gold pickaxes. Some bait. And last one. Long rug. I got rugged. Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. So now we're doing rare keys. We can get the fruit tune box or the architect ruler here. I'm hoping for the architect ruler, like I said, because I'm for the upcoming competition. Fastest ways to get luxury keys is through gifting. Yeah, that's one way, and then you can. Well, I guess technically the fastest way would be buying expensive stuff on the marketplace, and then. Oh yeah, architect ruler. There we go. That is one of the things I wanted for sure. Okay, so I'm going to store on chain here now. Give me a second. Okay, I'm going to store on chain here. Because, like, I'm not sure what happens if I get a second one if I don't store on chain. That's why I'm storing on chain here. Not as good as as a pickaxe shark, but still not bad. Fastest way to get luxury keys. Okay, yeah. So technically, the fastest way to get them is to just buy expensive stuff in the auction house on the marketplace. Sorry, and 500 gems. That's pretty good from a rare key, and spend your trade tickets on them. But like the real way is either through digging or through gifting flowers. Yeah. The thing about the architect ruler though is my guess is it's not going to be very expensive in the marketplace. My guess is going to be like 50 to 100 flower. It's just very useful for this upcoming competition. Another rug. So now we're hoping for, I only have 6 rare keys, or wait, no, 8 rare keys left. Hoping for the architect, or sorry, the fruit tune box from these. Garbage bin. Second, got 2 garbage bins and 2 long rugs. Nail King, okay. That's, I don't really care about that, but I don't have it yet, so that's kind of cool, I guess. 3 left. Too bad that Snail King I think has the same odds of dropping as the Fruit Tune box. With 1,000 gems, that's pretty good. Wheat cake. 1 left. Or yeah, okay, that was the last one. But no Fruit Tune box. Let's see if we can go get a second Architect Ruler though. Wait. Oh wait, no, I do have Snail King. It was the Rat King that I don't have. Okay, well then I don't care about that Snail King that I got. That was a weird rounding error. And a bunch of coins from these. Like I said, the Architect Ruler won't be worth much, but it was one of the things I was hoping for because the competition is starting tonight, and we're gonna have to make a bunch of. Oh, there's a second Architect Ruler. There we go. Okay, so if I store on chain again. I don't know if storing on chain multiple times in a day is kind of an issue, but whatever. We'll see if this fixes the issue that I'm thinking might happen. But I probably won't get another Architect Ruler anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Prize ticket. How you got this many treasure keys? I don't know, various ways. There was the Bud anniversary airdrop. There was the faction competition every month. Yeah, that's it. I got 2 Architect Rulers. Yeah, like I said, various ways. Just doing deliveries. You get some keys from that occasionally. Yeah, I don't know. Just various small ways here or there. They add up. Okay, so Architect Ruler. I will put this on one of my bumpkins that doesn't have a handheld. This guy doesn't have a handheld. There, Architect Ruler. And that means that, yeah, these are 6 hours now instead of 8. And this one's should be an hour and a half instead of, I don't know why it says 1 instead of 1.5 instead of 2 hours. So the other thing is that I normally put out a weekly recap video on Sundays. What updates have they put out this week? They put out a few things out here, I guess, but not a lot. I don't know if it's even worth doing a weekly recap for this week, just because I already made videos for the 2 main things, and then everything else is like super small. But I'll need the Sol and Luna, right? I mean, I'm not trying to win the competition. Like, if you have Sol and Luna, plus the Architect Ruler, plus a totem going, your 8-hour dolls will be an hour and a half or your 8-hour dolls by default will be an hour and a half. And there's going to be some crazy people out there who are waking up in the middle of the night 5 times to like do a bunch of dolls. And I'm just not willing to do that. So I'm not going for a top spot. I'm probably just going to go for like a 300 to 500 spot kind of deal. I don't know exactly what spot I'll get, but I'm not going for like a top 5 spot or anything. But yeah, so I don't know if I'm going to do a weekly recap. There was basically like, I already put out a video this week on the competition that's starting. And I already put out a video on, what was the other thing that I put out a video on? Oh, on the Bud Box update. When's a good time to stock up on faction emblems? Definitely not early on. It's definitely like a late game thing, because going for the faction items is very expensive and it'll take a long time. So it's not something you want to do early on. It's something you want to do, I don't know, probably once you're like on Volcano Island, to be honest. Can I do the weekly recap in this stream? Sure. Okay, so the week started like here. So these were changes to there was a bug because the amount of rewards given during the tribute was more than the hoarding limit could be. So they changed the hoarding limits, and I think they fixed an issue just in general of if more rewards are given then okay, so like I'll fully explain the problem. The hoarding limit for Crimstone is 500, and essentially the tribute reward was more than 500 Crimstone, so you actually had to like spend Crimstone to be able to claim the reward. So they fixed that. That's the short of it. And then they actually just closed the tribute altogether. Come up here to the Guardian. They close this altogether. Maintenance, new things are coming, because not enough people were participating in it. So they just closed it all together. Because, like, let's be honest, I never participated in it because I thought it was a pretty bad system. You were guessing at how much was going to be delivered by other people, and then it was burning 10% on top of it. Like, it's a negative EV. It's a negative expected value concept. And you're just essentially taking resources from other people, even if you do win. So, did not like it. They closed that. Golden Seedling. This was the Bud airdrop. I don't know. Anyways, I don't know why this is the description, but there was a Bud airdrop. You got a bunch of keys and some other stuff based on how many buds you had. So that was, and this Golden Seedling hat. I got it, so I can show you it here. Where's the hats? Golden Seedling, where is it? F, G. You're in alphabetical order. Here it is. Golden Seedling hat. And take this off. The little like sprout thing. That was that. So these are the Ronin packs. These are going to be airdropped to a bunch of players. 500,000 eligible Ronin addresses. Apparently existing players are going to get some as well. That's upcoming. Game 3 rewards. So you can vote in the Game 3 rewards. And then you could share it in game. I don't do the Twitter sharing stuff, but Farcaster 7, no idea what this is. My guess is this is like some back end performance stuff. pet shrine images. So this is getting ready for next chapter. These are shrines that you're going to be able to build. Going to give you speed boosts for various things in the game. NFT levels and perks. Once again, they're getting ready for pets coming up. They have various perks you get from leveling up. Update Ronin withdraw flag. They're getting ready for the Ronin launch. NFT pet restrictions. So you're only going to be able to have one of each type of NFT pet. So there's 7 different types. So you're going to be able to have one of each. Pet resource sprites. I guess this is just changing the images for the different pet resources that's coming up. Building friendships competition. So yeah, this is the competition that's going to start. I believe this competition starts in like 11 hours. I could be wrong about it. Prevent direct navigating. No idea what this is, but it must have been some issue. Fixes issues where players can directly access barn and greenhouse by link. Oh. Okay, so I get this. So what this was happening was, if you got hit by like a tornado or something, people were still able to go into their barn and greenhouse, even though they were destroyed or whatever, just by using like the direct link for it. Because if you like go to your barn, you can see here, this is like the regular URL. But if I go into my barn, there's like a barn URL. If I go into the greenhouse, there's a greenhouse URL. So I guess people were getting into their barn and greenhouse by using this URL, even though it was affected by a tornado or whatever. So that's kind of sneaky. And then hide onboarding notifications. When a player creates a new farm, they get a lot of notifications. Okay. Also, they just got rid of some of the notifications for new players. How to join in the Ronin airdrop? I don't know if there's like a way to do it. You just have to have been using Ronin before, I guess. And like they said, some airdrops some of the prizes will be for existing players. So, yeah, there's nothing special you do. It'll just be something that you either get or you don't. But there's nothing special to do for it. Okay, so what am I doing here? I have my goal is to have 10 of every flower, so I'm gonna doing the day and a half flower here. So I will just do blue balloon flowers, I guess. Okay, so that's basically it. Got the Architect Ruler, which is not the ultimate goal. Pickaxe Shark, I guess, was the ultimate goal, but I definitely wanted the Architect Ruler for this competition. So thanks for hanging out, everyone. And yeah, have a good